Hey everyone, welcome. Hi Daniel, thank you for the lurk. I hope y'all are doing good tonight. I'm trying a little bit different volume settings with my mic and positioning, so if it sounds a little loud or soft, let me know. I was just getting kind of annoyed with my microphone the other day. Okay. We are going to do more Wind Waker today, and it's going to involve lots of little side quests, so bear with me. I hope everybody had a good Thursday. I'm also waiting for food to be delivered, so I'll have to take a little break once that gets here. But I have my phone on, so... Oh, crap. If it rings, I'm sorry. Well, when it does ring, I'm sorry. I have to keep it on, or I'm going to miss it. My Thursday was very busy this morning, so I'm happy to be done with that. Oh, the switch is already hit. Okay. I'm really excited for it to be the weekend soon, too. I can't wait. Oh, this is something I should have done the first time I did this, but I neglected to, so we will do it now. Oops. Oh, hi Mr. Gweepster. Ah, Gokai, welcome in.
Hey, listen!
Hi, J-Bo.
Hey, listen!
Thank you for the raid, Dax. Oh my gosh. You're clogging up my my raid things. Hi Dax, thank you for the raid. How was Resident Evil?
Hey, listen!
Hi Jeremy. Hunter, welcome in. How's everyone doing tonight? I literally just started. And I'm waiting for a DoorDash order, so.
Hey, listen!
Thank you, J-Bo. Oh, you beat it? Nice. Wow, I think my mic volume is still too loud. Holy crap. You're in a good mood? I'm happy to hear that. Are they still here? How's Wind Waker? It's been good. Your daughter saw justice today. That's good. Wind Waker's been fun, Hunter. It's been really great. We're at like a side quest mode right now though, so there's a lot going on that's extra. Yes, we've already snuck up on you, I know. Coda, welcome in. Hi everybody. Thank you all for coming in with the raid, I appreciate it. Okay, the moon's not where I want it to be. Wait, what is the other song? How are you all doing? How's your nights going? What did you have for dinner? Please tell me all the things. Oh, is it you? Are you the ones who want the... You are the gossips. I think you're the ones that want this picture, then. Oh. How do I... album. We know, we know. Can I not show them the picture? Oh, here. Grilled chicken sandwiches and onion rolls? That sounds really good. Here we go. I feel bad encouraging their gossip, but... You really should stop spreading idle gossip. You should. I love a good chicken sandwich. You're the one who wants the moon. He told me that if I send a beautiful pictograph of myself to the one who has captured my heart, true love will blossom in return. So I couldn't help but notice that you have a pictobox of your own, don't you? Do you think you could take a pictograph of me to the apple of my eye? Maybe he'll notice my affections. Turned out really good. Gotta use thighs for the best. Thighs are the best. Be sure to get my good side. Well, I want to show off this outfit, so don't just take a pictograph of my face. Can you be sure to get my whole body in the pictograph? Sure. I'm too close. Cause juicy, yep. Okay, now where's the guy that's walking around? Can you all hear me, by the way? I'm trying to move my mic farther away from my face, so... I adjusted the volume a little bit. I also don't want to raise my voice, because I don't talk loud, normally. Where's this other guy that's walking around? Where is he? Here he is. Speaks seductively into the mic.
Like this, Cheapo?
Okay, where is the... this one? A pictograph. This girl. Actually, buddy, this is the girl I've had my eye on lately. She really is that pretty. I mean, just seeing this pictograph reminds me of how gorgeous that girl is. But no, I'll never be happy with just a mere pictograph. Never. I've made my decision. I'm going to get that girl to go out with me. It's got to be done, buddy. Maybe I'll invite her to join me at the cafe bar for coffee, of course. What's her name anyway? Do you think she's nice? Does she have a steady fellow? I'm so nervous. Okay, and I think I have to wait 2 days, so let's move the days first. My order is still being prepared. How's the moon today? Oh, it's not even close to a full moon. Crap. Okay, that was one day. And I'm guessing I have to go there at night, so... Now? What did we order? We have... Oh. Peking duck coming. It's basically a fancy roast duck that comes with buns and green onions and sauce. So, if you guys don't know what that is, it's really good. Decided to treat ourselves tonight, so... I shouldn't have, but it's okay. You've had it once. Where am I? Oh. Oh, they're not here. I guess I have to wait one more night. You have to order a date in advance. Oh, really? Wow. It's taking a little longer than I was anticipating, but it's fine. Thank you, Jabo. If y'all haven't joined the Discord yet, please do. It's become very lively. Wait, they're still not here. Eh? Did I do something wrong? Oh, maybe it has to be during the day. Whoops. Thanks, Jupo. Oops. I'm not always good at self-promotion, so thank you. Hi, Crispy. Welcome in. How are you doing tonight? How are things? Are you still going crazy? Oh no, they're not here. Did I mess it up? Oh, I wonder if I was just supposed to go the next day. Let me see if I can find her. A loud noise happened and I missed what you said. Oh. I just asked if you were going crazy or not. If you're still going crazy. Oh. Wait, why didn't it work? Currently doing math homework? Ew. Not math homework. Like programming math homework, so it's kind of cool.
Sweet girl standing outside for days waiting for love.
I don't know what I did. Oh, I don't know what I did wrong here. Okay, now he's not saying anything. Excuse me? Did I break it? Oh no. I might have broken it. I turned down the loud noise, so you don't know if you missed anything again. We breaking games here again? I don't know. I think I did. Oh, man. Did I really just break it? I mean, I'm good at breaking games unintentionally, Crispy. It could have been anything. It might have been Banjo. I have not played Donkey Kong yet. It was probably Banjo, now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, my order has been picked up. Yay. Okay, good. I'll have to take a quick break when it gets here, so. The moon's not quite there yet. I know, all of these Wind Waker streams have been just side quests for the past few times, so my apologies. But I want to do all of these things. I think did I break it? We love a completion. I'm not going for everything, but there's certain things that I definitely want to do. Oh no, there they are, thank God. What the heck? The two of us are going to start dating. Oh, maybe I had to talk to her first. Don't we make a delightful couple? I'm so happy, and that's why I want to share some of our happiness with you. Oh my God. What's a heart piece? Is that the final counselor? Matt, thank you for the raid. I don't know why my raid notification didn't go off. Welcome in, Matt. Thank you for the raid.
Hey, listen!
It'll probably go off soon. What is white noise and how was it?
This fucking thing anymore either. Like,
there it is. Thank you for being so late, Stream Elements. I appreciate that.
zombie.
How are you doing, Matt? How was your stream? Hi, Rono Gaming. 4v1 DBD with friendos. Oh. Hope you're doing well. I am doing well tonight, thank you. How about y'all? How are you doing? If you haven't been in here before, my name is Fox, a gay variety streamer, and we're playing some Wind Waker tonight, doing lots of side quests apparently. But thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all. We like to just be cozy and relaxed in here, so thank you for the follow, Rano. I appreciate it. Thank you for the raid again, Matt. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. We're just being cozy tonight, and I'm waiting for a DoorDash order, so I'll have to step away for a moment once it gets here. But other than that, that's all we're doing. Playing some Wind Waker. Just got a piece of heart. This is the safe space. I'm the only one that doesn't relax. Oh my gosh. Hi, Day. Welcome in. What you gonna eat? I am waiting for some Peking duck to get here, which is more expensive than I probably should be ordering, but I felt like we needed a treat tonight. It's basically a very fancy roast duck that you eat with buns and green onions and sauce. It's good. Okay. It's 5:22 in Hawaii. It is. Oh my god. Thanks, J-Bro. You found another one. I didn't know DoorDash had a Twitch account. I guess they do. If I don't, although they were streaming a sports game, so. It's 5:22, it is. It's barely the afternoon yet, Daniel, here, so. If I don't balance my stress amount with how much money I spend on cool or delicious things, then my life is unbalanced. Yeah. Okay. So we got the piece of heart. And another heart container, which is good. So we're just gonna try and see if we can get the full moon picture, because that's the last thing we need to do. And then we can move on from this side questness. Oh, is that the full moon? I think that is. Thanks for the look, Chibu. Okay, now I think I can go back to the daytime. get all of these little things done now. Nobody understands how I feel. Do me a favor. Beat it. What a jerk. How did he manage that? Right under my nose. But I guess he is an alright guy. Was this not when we gave you the picture? Oh, maybe I need to find you at night. Oh, where the hell are you at night? It's really windy here today too. I wish it was raining. Sadly, it's not. Oh, here he is. What's a kid like you doing on at a time like this? Are you out to take a look at the heavens too? In that case, you'll get a better view from here. Oh, Daniel, thank you for the sub. Was distracted for a minute. Oh, no problem, Matt. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you coming in. I'm glad you could catch my stream too. Thank you. A lot of people collect things as a hobby. Me, I just like to sit and gaze at the night sky. That's all the hobby I need. If you have anything that's good for looking at the night sky, have a look at the moon. I highly recommend it. It's always nice to be able to bring folks to welcoming community. Thank you for that, Matt. I appreciate that. Wait. Well, it's not full anymore. I hate to raid and dash, but work calls. No problem, Matt. Thank you for that. Do the self-care that you need to. Have a good day at work tomorrow. It's Friday. Tomorrow, thank goodness. We made it. Maybe I need to talk to him a little bit more when he's sitting on the stairs. I don't know. Sometimes these games can be obtuse, these older ones. Even these slightly less older ones. Please leave me alone, children. You pesky little brat. Nobody understands how I feel. Do you hear me? Nobody. Wait. Are you trying to tell me that you do understand how I feel? Completely. Then how about a little test to see if you really do? I want you to take a pictograph of the first perfectly round, pale thing you can think of and show it to me. If you show me something that's exactly the same as my favorite thing, then you win, and I'll acknowledge that you understand the inner workings of my heart and mind. I mean, you just told me last night. That certainly is the pictograph I'm looking for. The correct answer is exactly what you showed me, the full moon. Unrequited love may have twisted me up inside, but I can still find peace when I gaze at the timeless moon. And of all her phases, I particularly love gazing at the full moon. I know I caused you a lot of trouble, but thanks. I really mean it. I just want you to have this for all your efforts, just a little reward for easing the pain of this troubled heart. Well, thank you. That's exactly why I did it. Okay. This supposedly has a spot on it that marks where some sunken treasure lies. Yeah. Tonight I'll be asking the night sky to help you find the treasure. Best of luck. Thanks, dude. Okay, make sure all my charts are open. Oh, they're signing together now. That's cute. Wait, this is the wrong place. Oh. I guess she's not going to ask me for things? Hold on. How many do I have? Let me see. I only have 16. You love your stream always? Well, thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that. It has that Hawaiian vibe to it. I'd like to ask what you mean by that. I'm just curious. I love jewelry above all else, and that is extremely rare and hard to come by. It's the hottest thing around, dear. Oh my, yes, I will happily take a single one from you. No, I insist. Only one. I'd actually like about 20, but that would probably only happen in my wildest of dreams. I've been a teacher here for a long time. It's tough to put one past me. That being said, I'm pretty sure I know who put you up to this, dear. Those little sweeties. I'm so joyful. It's the best birthday present I could ask for. I suppose I have to thank you. Oh, thanks. And if you see those boys again, tell them to say hello. Okay. So I need 20. I've only got 15 right now. Alright, I think that's all we can do. So let's head back to the sea. Finally. And I'll have to come back here with more money at some point. No, leave me alone. I suppose you and everyone else in the LGBTQI community. Oh. You support. Thank you. I appreciate that, Daniel. I would never want to be anything else but queer at this point in my life. Never. Okay, so why? Sorry, this is just a little nitpick of mine, but I hate it when I'm sitting off center in the camera. It bothers me. But that's just my OCD, I think. There we go. Alright, where are we going? Return to the King of Red Lions. Head northeast to Crescent Moon Island. Alright. Fun. Let's do it. I really want to get that sail, but we don't have enough money. Oh my god. Wait, what is it again? You'd think I would memorize that song by now. I appreciate that, Daniel. Thank you very much for saying that. Alright, my dasher's almost here, so almost time for a quick break. Even though we just started. Well, thank you everyone for the raids that's right off the bat. I appreciate that. Oh, no problem, Daniel. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. You have a good sleep. I hope your Friday tomorrow is excellent. I will be back again tomorrow, though, with Mario 64, so that should be more chaotic fun. 8:33. You know, sometimes I think I should go to bed that early, but I never do. I'm always going to bed like well past midnight. You'd best be careful sailing these waters on nights when the moon is full. If you like pure soul-freezing horror fry, then maybe you can handle it. It's another ghost ship. Alright. Okay, there's supposed to be... Where is it, though? Maybe I didn't open that chart? Or find that chart? Oh, you can grab this small one over here. Oops. Oh, well that's not bad. I guess I didn't find that chart. No. Please, leave me alone, sharks. Just to the southwest. Oh, I don't see it. Oh crap. Treasure chart 11. Oh yeah, I don't have that one. Ah. Treasure chart. It's this guy again. Alright, hang on. My food's here, folks. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I'm back. That was really weird because I had asked them to drop off my order at my door, but then the guy just texted me and he's like, can you just come down instead? I guess I can. Like, I can buzz you into the building and everything. And hi, Alexander, welcome in. But I had to go downstairs, so it took a little longer than I anticipated. Sorry about that. How are you doing tonight? Thank you for stopping in. Where did I leave my boat? There's supposed to be a submarine here? Am I in the wrong square again? Oh, there it is. Oh, hi Common, welcome in. Jabo, you know what to do. How was you? I'm doing good. How about you, Common? Throw a Pokeball.
Hey, listen.
Thank you, Jabo.
Train or something. Who is touching me? Oh, wait. I do not consent.
Just took a shower, now relaxing. Thank you for stopping in, Common. I always appreciate you here. And I'm glad we are now finally friends on Final Fantasy. Yay. Huh? Oh god. Oh, there's so many. Caught. Oh my god. Please. Samurai response regarding Sammy. I did? I think? Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, there we go. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Started shouting and starting areas to try and get us more members. Thanks, Jerby. I love how into it you are. I appreciate that. What do we got here? They're never ending. What is this language? You have no chill. No, it's... I appreciate it, Jeremy. My fingers tied up at the end. I really want to get our guild house. I'm excited about that. I have another 100,000 gil for you, so... Daddy's got you. I want to keep you guys playing. I don't want you to stop. Well, I'm definitely not going to stop until I finish Endwalker, Jeremy. I'm hooked, so don't worry. And I'm starting to enjoy all the little side things we can do too, so... I will be around. Until I finish Endwalker, yes! At least the main story, you know what I mean? Okay, so we got that. Our next destination is just to the east at 7 Star Isles. Okay, let's go there. You keep going? Oh my god, you guys. Oh, sorry, I need to adjust my seating. You know, I'm sure I'll be playing it for some time now, Jeremy, so don't worry. I get hooked onto the story, so as long as there's something compelling to keep me interested, I will keep playing. I do what I do. You certainly do, Jabo. Gotta keep the thirst thirsting. If you say so. What was that? I'm right here. Thirstware. Everywhere in my channel, apparently. Oh, I see a fish. I spent too much money on bait. Don't tempt me with good things. I do feel a little bad because since I got sucked into FF14, I have literally neglected all of my other games, besides my stream games, obviously, but yeah. The only thing I'm playing off stream now is Final Fantasy. This is why I'm never going to stream it. Because streaming is for playing other games. FF14 is life. If you see seagulls flying all around some seawaters, that's a sign that you need to be wary. Because the seagulls flock to wherever big octos appear. Big octos, I tell you, those things don't mess around. You almost beat Baldur's Gate. Ooh, the Dark Alliance one? And that's all the info I've got to offer. Okay, thanks, Fishy. I think the big octo is what we want here. Yeah, over there. Damn it. That's one of my favorite games, Jubo. I'm at the part right before the tower. Awesome. Oh, do we have to wait for morning? I don't see seagulls. Fighting lizard folk. Oh yeah, you're getting close. The lizard folk are bitches. Why is my gamepad doing that? It's concerning me. The shamans can kick my ass. I mean, yeah. Nope, get away. Who is shooting? Oh, these boats are shooting at me. Nope, nope, nope. I just want to find the octopus. Why are you doing that? Why is my thing having issues? I don't like it. Southwest portion. Oh, southwest. Oops. I'm completely in the wrong place. Magic missile the shit out of them. What do you play as in that game, Jabo? Sorcerer? I figured since you said magic missile, but... Oh, there they are. Playing an archer with your daughter? Oh, awesome. I love that you game with her. That's amazing. Especially Baldur's Gate. Oops. No. She's the fighter? Oh, awesome. I am not good with fighters or melee classes of any kind. She plays magic in D&D. Your daughter sounds awesome. Why are you doing that, gamepad? Please. Her first love is Fortnite. That's definitely one thing I have never played. Hi, Daddy Mary. Welcome in. Thanks for the bonk. How's it going? Oh, we're getting kind of close to this squid. You did not realize Bowser punches me? It's a love tap. It's not a rude entrance. It's fine. Welcome in. I don't mind Bowser getting a little rough with me. How are you doing? No, I didn't make it. Bitch. Well, that was rude, Octopus. Just woke up from an accidental nap for several hours. Those can sneak up on you. The child who has no idea what's going on. It's better than mine. I mean, J-Bo always causes chaos when he's in here. Oh, is it gone now? What's over there? How's the game? It's been good so far, besides the fact that we just got swallowed by an octopus. Thanks, Jeremy. You know, y'all reminded me, I do want to lower the cost a little bit on my redemptions, but... Okay, let's try this again. Dramatic entrance. J-Bo always makes a dramatic entrance. Oh, and I missed that one. Thank you, Jeremy. I will hydrate. I hope I'm doing this faster. I can't really tell if I am or not. Thanks, J-Bo. I'm glad you appreciate my redemptions. I think we're doing better this time, I think. Yeah, we did it. Thank goodness. Okay, time for hydrate. They wake up the teen parts of you. Why are you doing that? My Wii U is literally right in front of me. I don't know why it's saying that. My gamepad is being very rude. Oh, crap. Connection being but I don't know what. Oh my god. Where is it? Oh my god, I can't see where it was. Oh, it's over there. No wonder. There we go. Oh, sorry. Nice. I need as many of those as I can get. Okay, we got that one. Let's see. Sunken Treasures nearby. 45 and 39. Do I have those? I do have 39. I don't have 45, but we can get 39 at Dragon Roost Island. Okay. Where is that? It's right below. Cool. Once I get more money, I have to go back to the auction house, so... There it is. It makes me nervous that the light disappears because I'm just like, where is it? I'm trying to use the positional audio in my ears, but it's hard. There we go. Did I really use my ears on that one? Oh, silver rupee, nice. I need that. Okay. I don't really care about that. Flight control platform to the east. That's why we drink our water. I really need to get us that fast sale, man. I wonder if that's the next item up. I love how you both are just always casually flirting in my chat. To the west of here, over on Dragon Roost Island, you'll see all kinds of rocks. Big ones, little ones, you get the picture. Anyway, they say that long ago there used to be a treasure hidden amongst those things. Who knows, there may still be some left, so you should open your eyes and take a good look around from as high up as the sun to as low down as your toes. It's worse outside, chat. I wouldn't be surprised, Joe. Okay, let's see. Is this a little game? It looks like one. It really is. Oh boy. Are you gonna charge me money for this? Let's make sure the wind is blowing in the right direction. Greetings, O person who has surely come to take the challenge of the big sky. This is where you can register for the official Rito Tribe Birdman contest. You're free to use any means, methods, or tools you have at your disposal to help you soar through the sky. See for how far you can fly before you crash into the roiling seas, like so much deadweight driftwood. A banner stands now at the site where the great and talented champion, who has flown the farthest to date, crashed into the frothy waves in a massive splash of glory. If you're able to pass the flag, then you will be the new champion. Okay. 10 rupees? Sure. Do you have something you can use to fly, right? I sure hope so. Here's wishing the wind beneath your thing, whatever it is. I have something. The contest is afoot. Look at his Waluigi mustache. Wow, exactly. Uh-oh. Oh no. Using a little leaf, I know. Oh, you've never played any Zelda? I love Zelda games. They're very adorable. Push me up. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, I ran out of magic. Crap. Sploosh. Rude. Okay. I'm gonna have to aim that much better.
Sploosh.
Played many games at all, so I suppose not surprising. Oh, well that makes sense too, Mary. It's one of my thanks, Shibo. Zelda games are good. I don't know where what I would recommend if you've never played a Zelda game before. Which Zelda game you should play. Like, I'm not too sure. Oh, there's no magic? Well, I guess we're not doing this now. Bye. It's fine, I don't care. Alright, southeast of Dragon Roost to Starbelt Archipelago, okay. Southeast, so we're just gonna go south. One person I follow said Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is very different from every other Zelda game, but it's very good also, so I think you would enjoy it even if you don't like Zelda, because it's not strictly a Zelda formula, so if that makes sense. It is okay, it's fine. We had an N64 in the late 90s and then bought a Switch last year. Oh, nice. Wait, did I want to come in here? It's dark. I feel like I'm missing the true Zelda essence. Breath of the Wild is a good one. It's a really good one. I would recommend that. Wait, I think I already did this. No? Why did I come in here? Had a wee bit of a gap in there. That's totally fine. Oh, I got so distracted. I'm just like, ooh, a submarine. That was literally the one I just did. Choose Zelda game would be Ocarina of Time. Yeah, I would say Ocarina of Time if you want like an authentic Zelda experience, or if you like top-down Zelda games, maybe Link to the Past or Link Between Worlds, but Breath of the Wild is good even if you've never played a Zelda game in your entire life. And you have no idea what a Zelda game is, you could still enjoy Breath of the Wild. And for you, it would be nice because you're going to go in without any expectations, you know? You don't even know what a top-down... Oh, okay. Basically a different perspective, so you're looking down onto the character on a big map instead of like in a 3D map. I don't know if I just made any sense, but... It's basically a different style, a different look. Nope, get away from me. Ah. I hate how the boomerang just decides to... Oh, I need that. I need something new soon. Yeah! Where is this thing? Is it right here? Yes, it is. Oh, another silver rupee. Nice. Okay, cool. Oh, I didn't do the fishy. Where's the fishy? Zelda games for me are very nostalgic because it's one of the first series I've ever played when I was a little kid. Oh gosh, please. Oh my god, let's just do this first. So, I have a special place in my heart for Zelda. You've heard that from a lot of people. Yeah, I love Zelda games. This fish. I love this fish. He's doing my map for me. Looks a little high over there. Just a little bit. I wouldn't sail through the seas on nights when the left half of the moon is missing. You'll regret it if you do, Fry. I'm warning you, it's not my fault if you get so scared that you can't go to the bathroom at night anymore. I've never been that scared. And that's all the info I've got to offer. Alright, thank you. Oh my god, please. Please leave me alone. He's got some reefer. Have you been hanging around Phil? Okay. Where is the platform? There it is. I think this is the platform it wants me to do. This game is just relaxing to me because I love just sailing around in the ocean and finding things. It's... A lot of people don't really like this one, but I really like this one. I think it's fun. Digging up treasure from the ocean. It's like we're a little one-man pirate crew. I love Dad Phil's humor. Yes, me too. And it's just constant. It's non-stop. It never stops. Even if you want it to stop, it never stops. Okay, let's see. I think we can get these. Ouch. It's a talent. Phil is very witty, so he comes up with these things just out of nowhere, and it's like, oh my god, Phil, did you really just say that? Oh, there's the ghost ship. It's there. Oh crap, should I go there now? It's just dumb luck that it's here. Phil's humor is amazing. It is. It's amazing. And he has a very sharp wit, so he'll just listen to the conversation and throw something in that's like, oh my god, Phil, did you really just say that? Can I do anything with this yet? I don't know if I can. I know this thing is hard to... Oh, well, no, it's gone. Goodbye. I guess I need something. I feel like something she's really subtle. Yes.
So long, Bowser!
Then I'm like, hold on a second. Sometimes it takes a second because he's very intelligent, so it's like, wait, did you just make a pun? Ouch, bitch. He's very quick-witted. Oh, I didn't have to kill anything? Well, it's alright. Treasure chart. Thank you. Make sure to open all of these. Okay. See, we're just sailing the seas, exploring what we can find, and finding treasure. I love it. This is very relaxing to me. How goes the adventure? Hi Bard, welcome in. It's going well. We're doing a lot of side quests and things today, so that's what you've come into. I hope you're having a good evening. Okay, so we want to go next south of... We already went to Fire Mountain though. Fire Mountain. I should actually go back to Windfall now too, because I'm pretty sure I have enough money to get the sale, so. It's still stormy. I wish it was stormy like this here. I love the stormy weather. Been doing some research and streaming using Tiltify. Oh, nice. I love that. Or at least like I'm doing good. That's awesome. Tiltify is a great service. Makes it very easy. Should have been in PDX today. Was it really stormy today? I don't mind the stormy weather in Hawaii because when it storms here, it's not scary. You know, we don't have to worry about tornadoes and really bad thunderstorms. It just rains a lot and it's cooler, so I enjoy that. Big Octo southeast of the island. Did I do this already? I feel like I did this already. Oh, no, not that one. Wrong song, wrong song. There's the island, which we can't get to yet. Oh, there's the seagulls. I see you. Storms are kind of cool when they're not scary, yes. It was just rainy and windy. That's good. The storms in like the Midwest and stuff are really scary. Like, no thank you. I don't want that. Here we go. With a big boy. I'm just, you know, I'm totally living in the wrong state because I get sunburned very easily. I'm not a huge fan of warm weather. And I like it when the days get shorter because I like the nighttime. My favorite times of day are, you know, twilight in the evening, or early in the morning before the sun comes up. Or of course, late at night. And I love it when it rains and it's overcast, so... I'm kind of in the wrong state. They can be mild, but there isn't much wiggle room between mild and wild. My favorite time of day is not day. Yeah, basically. That's me. And I have a good reason for it too. I get sunburned so easily, like my skin is so fair that I get burned so quickly. And I'm going to the beach on Saturday, but I like going outside, but I also get burned very easily, so I have to be very careful about that. Get a tan for me. I will. I can tan. I just have to be careful about it. But there's people outside. I know. Oh, an orange rupee. The beach that we're going to is not very crowded normally, so it should be fine. Hoping for some good summer days. I want to lay out on deck in my jock and get me a lovely tan. That sounds like something I would like to do with you. Eastern Fairy Island, 1 square southwest of Dragon Roost. We're gonna get all the goodies before we even hit the next dungeon. Oh my god, stop. How much money can I hold? I think it's 5,000, I'm hoping. Oh. I want it, whatever it is. Rupee. I hope it's a good summer. Hi, Avenger. Welcome in. I'm kind of glad I may not be working for a bit so I can actually enjoy it. You should enjoy it. I wish none of us ever had to work ever, but you know. And just do what we want every day. Welcome in, Avenger. I actually noticed your first message this time. I'm on to you now. Be nice not to have to work, right? Capitalism is very rude. You're on a surprise. So normally I'll just suddenly see your messages and I'll be like, when did you come in, Avenger? I guess because there's no one else pink in the chat today. You're sneaky. You are very sneaky. You just suddenly start messaging him like, when did you come in? I didn't even notice. I need some magic bottles. There's some magic bottles around here. Please. No? Wouldn't mind just having a better balance between... oh yeah. Ratio between capitalist hellscape and no job for my friends. Yeah. Chicky always thinks me and Jack are the same person. Well, even me, I'm pink all the time, so... And I think a lot of us like to use pink. So... Why are there no magic here for me? Oh well. She's gonna give me magic, I guess. I'm certainly getting lots of money. Young Waker of the Winds. Allow me to aid you in your quest. Oh, she's blue! The other fairies I had were pink. Oh, more bombs. I'll take it. Thank you. I miss the fairies with the really crazy laugh, though. Those were fun. Okay, so... south of Eastern Fairy Island, Tower of the Gods. Let me open my... Do I have all my charts open? Oh my god, go Linko. Where's the fish? One thing I really miss, this is just a random tangent, but I miss having a garden at my house. So we've been living at this condo for like 9 years almost now, I think. Yeah. And our previous place, we lived on the ground floor of a low-rise apartment building, and because we were on the ground, we had a backyard where I could plant things. I really miss having my own vegetables and stuff. There's a little garden that the resident manager's wife has downstairs, and she saw me one day walking my dog, and she welcomed me to pick anything at any time, so I'm like, okay. So whenever I walk by, I just see what she's got growing, and I try not to get greedy. Like, she has chili peppers growing, so I'll like pluck one or two every now and then. But she has lettuce growing, all different kinds of lettuce, and kale. She has red kale growing, green onions and stuff. I don't want to touch everything, but I'm like, I'll just take a chili pepper or two every now and then. But I loved my garden, and I grew flowers and all kinds of decorative plants and herbs. So I miss that. If you could grow something in containers. I could try, like, our balcony outside doesn't get enough sun. I tried to grow things in containers out there, and it just didn't work. So I bet things grow a lot longer. Yeah, well, we don't have seasons here, so things can just grow year-round. Word is they hold an auction every night over on Windfall High. I do know that. Every night the people gather in the Hall of Wealth to amuse themselves by spending a little money. The rich. Auctions may be a race to see who can bid the highest, but I'll let you in a little secret. The key to winning an auction is to be both patient and bold. Yes. An extra fast sale, I want that. That's too bad about the balcony. Yeah, it's a tiny little balcony, and it doesn't get much sun, so the plants really struggled out there, so I just gave up. It was very depressing that they wouldn't really survive. My garden in my old house got plenty of sun, so everything really thrived down there. But yeah, one day maybe. One day I'll have my garden again. South of Eastern Fairy Island, Tower of the Gods. Let's go south then. I moved in 2020 from a large house with roomies to a tiny one-bedroom by myself, but it has a huge shared backyard. Oh, that's cool. I love that. Is there a community garden? There is a community garden. It's relatively far though from where we live, and so that kind of makes it like, you know, I don't want to go that far just to go to my garden, right? And because it's not close by, it's going to be out of mind, and I'm just going to forget about anything I plant there, probably. So, those are a good idea though. I like the community garden concept. Oh, what's that? Treasure. Yeah, it's literally, we have to drive into the next town to get to it, so it's kind of like, no, it's too far. I considered it, because then at least I could get my gardening fix, you know, but... Wow, I totally guessed on that one. In undergrad, there was a community garden next door to my apartments. Oh, that's cool. So I had a little plot. That's really nice. If you have to drive, it feels tricky. Yeah, and it's, you know, it's a hassle to get into your car and drive. Someone should lend you some backyard. That would be really nice. I almost want to ask the lady downstairs if I see her again, like, can I use some of the soil here? Because I would totally help her like weed and trim and cut things and stuff if she gave me a little spot. Where's the fishy? Nope, don't do that again. Don't do that. Is it down there? I should ask her. I'd just be like, I will totally weed for you and, you know, trim and harvest if I can have a little spot. Okay, you know what? Before we do this, because we're pretty close to Windfall. Okay, we are, right? Yes, we're pretty close to Windfall. So let's go back there and get the fast sale. Let's do it. We have a lot of money now. Because we need it. But yeah, I love gardening. That's probably something not a lot of you know about because I don't talk about it much anymore because I live someplace where I can't garden, so I don't really talk about it much. Every community apartment complex ought to have a community garden. That would be really nice. I'd be happy. A rooftop garden would be awesome. I'd love that. That would be amazing. Oh, is that a potion? You have no bait. You suck. I feel like everyone would be happier. I certainly would be happier. Come on, Win Wussy. Hi, Cherry. Cherry Cola. Hi, Cole. Welcome in. How are you doing tonight? The Legend of Zelda. We were doing side quests and talking about gardening, apparently. That's the topic of the night for now. Yeah, because my old garden, I had a big rosemary bush. I had a mint sprawling on the ground. I had green onions. I had basil. What else did I have? Lavender. I had thyme growing too. Lots of flowering plants. Chives. I had chives growing as well. I didn't grow any chili peppers, which I should have, but... I even had a little eggplant bush. A few rose bushes, which were really nice to have. But oh my gosh, it was very sad because when we had to move out of our old house, it was really sudden because the owners decided to sell and we were renting, right? So we had to leave, and the place we were going to didn't have anywhere for my plants, so I gave away what I could, but the ones that I couldn't, oh my god, I'm gonna get sad just thinking about it. But literally, like the couple days before we moved out, I just had to take my clippers to my plants and just cut them all up and throw them away. It was so sad because there was nowhere for them to go, and we had to leave, and I was literally crying while I was cutting up my plants. It was so sad, but I had to. But yeah, we saved what we could. We brought some of them to my grandma's place and some of them to some friend of ours, but the ones that I couldn't get rid of, I'm just like, oh, I had to just cut them up and throw them away. It was so sad. Oh, I keep playing the wrong music. I think the hardest part for me was I couldn't find a home for my rose bushes, so I had to cut those up. I was so sad about that. But it's okay. Like I said, one day I'll have a garden again, hopefully. Yeah, I know. It was really sad. God. I shouldn't be getting emotional about plants, but you know. I took care of those things for many years, so... You can get emotional about plants. Thank you. They were my little plant babies. Is it this? Oh, it's a sale, thank God. I get upset whenever I discover critters have ruined one of mine. Oh, yeah. Lots of audible cursing. Okay, now I know how this works. I'm just gonna be patient. I get sad if one dies. Me too. It's disappointing. But again, you know, we're lucky here in Hawaii because there's no like cold season or winter where it's gonna snow. So we can plant anything any time of year and it'll be fine. So... that's the nice part. Yeah, that's really nice. That's one of the benefits of living here. Although plants that require cold weather, of course, do not do well here, so... that's the one thing. If there's plants that require cold, they won't survive here. Or cooler weather. Linda. Climates are wild. They certainly are. Only 5 seconds remain. Yay. Finally. Big fat wallet. Yes, I do have a big fat wallet. Hey, Dragoon, welcome in. Yes, we got it. I'm so happy. It's much later than I wanted to get it, but it's alright. This will make everything so much better. Oh, I should probably save. None of y'all reminded me to save again, but it's okay. I forgive you. Oh, let's check Beetle Shop here. Thanks, Dragoon. Thanks for the stretch table. I'll stretch in my seat. This stretch is one of my favorites, you know, where you pull your fingers down. Sorry, you guys can probably barely hear me because I moved my mic away, but... Always telling people to save. It's a good reminder if there's no autosave. I always forget to save if there's only manual saving. Okay. Much better. How's the night going? It's going well. It's going really well. What's the tea? The girls are fighting? Who's fighting? Bye.
Travis, don't forget to save your game. I know you're a pro gamer. But it would be a shame to have a chicken or some shit unalive you and you have to start over. With stern criticism being my goal immediately after.
Oh wait, how do I... Fast. There we go. Thank you, Shafo. Oh, you played Pocky and Rocky tonight? Bard? I love Pocky and Rocky. I'm not sure if you're talking about the original one for Super Nintendo by Natsume, but that is the one that I like. Okay, let's go back to... Oh, it's so nice to have this. Yes, the SNES one. Awesome. Oh god. I really enjoyed that game. It's so very Japanese and cute. Had a heck of a time finding the right ROM for it. It's such a good little game. I still have my original cartridge. Northern Triangle Isle. Let me tell you something, small fry. The school on that Windfall Island has one gorgeous teacher. But the thing is, this gang of 4 little hoodlums is always causing trouble for her. Those little delinquents like to cause all sorts of trouble. They go climbing trees and hiding behind buildings instead of going to school. What a bunch of savages. What's a ROM? Cool. Somebody's got to scold those scoundrels and set them straight for the sake of that poor teacher. You hear me, Fry? Who's Ornacia? I don't know who that is. Oh my god. Hey, that's a Drag Race reference that I actually get. Okay. let's go. Back to this place over here. I mean, I had a hard time cleaning out my cartridge. Clearly they meant they had issues finding it to buy at Walmart. You know how cool it would be if you could walk into Walmart now these days and buy a Parky and Rocky cartridge? That would make my day. If I walked in and I saw that at Walmart. Like, hey, Super Nintendo games? Okay, where's the fish here? Where are you? I don't see him. Why don't I see you, little fishy? Oh my god, I love the sail. It's so good. Hello Kitty Cruisers has been dethroned. Dethroned as the worst. No, I think you were talking. I saw you talking about that Dragoon someplace. I forgot what game it was though. Why can't I find the island here? What's going on? This is next door. Is there no island here? Oh, I think this is where the Tower of the Gods is. But there's no fishy here. Amy is garbage. Oh, I think I saw you talking about that. Starbelt Archipelago, southeast of Dragon Roost. We got that one already. Eastern Triangle Island, 2 south of Dragon Roost, 200. So we get that one already? Oh, I love this fast sail, it's so good. Did I open all my charts? I did. Okay, cool. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. I see it. Silent Hill 3 will be game 666. Hey! That's a pretty cool coincidence. Okay, we're getting all of these treasure charts. That's awesome. Okay, now let's head south. That's not south. You finally got your chocobo, yay, congratulations. Well, that pop-in was really drastic. Final Fantasy XIV. critically acclaimed MMORPG. I've been playing way too much of that lately, so it's nice to have streams to break it up a little bit, you know? We also hit rank 3 in the yay, in the free company. Awesome. Why am I so zoomed out? There we go. Nice on both counts. Yeah. I named it Sweet and Sour Chicken. Common. It's like naming a cat Manapua. I hope to get my chocobo in the next 2 days. It's nice getting them out, and then it's even nicer when you can fly, so... whole time. We just fell into Jack. Oh. Ah, it's one of these. Flying was such a fun addition to the game. I guess it's cool for me because I'm totally a newbie that only started literally like, what, 2 weeks ago now? And I just beat Aroma Born content, so it's been really fun. So everything is completely brand new to me and I'm just like, this is all so shiny and cool. Eesh. Ah, well. That's gonna happen to me a lot in Mario 64 tomorrow. Although I think we finished the lava level, so we won't have to do that again. Okay, don't jump again, Link. Is that timed? Oh god. Can I make it? I made it. Wait, I think the hook shot is good for these. Don't do that. Seasonal Bard and I were off of 1.0 people? Oh. Still wish I could make a better snowman hat from 14. Snowman hat? I've been resisting it for years. Oh no. Damn it. But my friends finally convinced me. Now that I have so many friends playing the game, they're like, you have to play, you have to play. Okay, okay. Y'all convinced me. And now that I'm playing, it's a lot of fun. .0 had its charm, it just crushed that charm with a lot of suffering. That's what I've heard. So... One of us, I know. The one I use for streaming video recording is based on my 14 character. Oh, that's cool. I'm enjoying it, you know, and it's nice that I can kind of play at my own pace, although... Oh, piece of heart. I think I've been going a little too fast on the main story because I really want to play some of the dungeons with my friends, but all of them are so far behind me. I'm just like, okay, maybe I need to chill out for a little bit. And just do, like, crafting or something for a while. Give people a chance to catch up. Didn't think I would ever get into it, but having a group to play... that's the biggest reason at Avenger that I'm enjoying it, is because we have a group. If we didn't have a group to play with, I'd just be like, eh, whatever. Okay, so we did that. South of Forest Haven. Where's Forest Haven? That one? The boating course? What's that over there? What is that? Why are these jars like, oh god. Leather worker is a fun class. Leather. I started when 2.0 hit on PS3 right after beta. It's been a while. I kind of want to start doing crafting too, only because it's something else to do, but those vines actually just scared the crap out of me. Alright, let's move on from this place. Yes, dog, what do you want? Oh, there's one right here. Oh. Oh crap, I didn't see where it was. Thanks, Cole. That was Jomi. Oh, piece of heart. Cool. Jomi will always be Tingle now. Oh, okay. That's some pop in there. I don't think I have the treasure chart for this one. That's fine. Private Oasis. Did I open this chart? Maybe I didn't. Or I may not have it. I've kind of been skipping the not so fun side quests, so I might not have it. Yeah, I don't think I have it. It's okay. Did that one. Ice Ring Isle west of Forest Haven. We didn't do that one yet. Let's do that. Oh, damn it. Oops. The positional audio is surprisingly good in my ears. It's bedtime. Thank you for stopping in, Common. I appreciate it. You have a good sleep, okay? Everyone say goodnight to Common. Thank you for being here tonight. Oh, there's another beam of light. Oh my god, where is it? Have wet dreams? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Where is it? I was just seeing how good the positional audio is and I can't locate it now. It's right around here somewhere. Nope. Oh my god, where is it? Let's just try and do this. There we go, jeez. Oh, I hope I can hold all these rupees. I've got a huge portion of this map mapped out already. Ice Ring Isle. There's this amazing treasure inside that freezing ring of ice over there. But even if you wanted it and tried to get inside, you'd just be frozen solid as soon as you approach the shore. But if you go 4 squares north and 3 squares west, you'll find the power to melt any ice, no matter how cold. Search for it, small fry. Bye, fish. Okay, let's see. Southern Fairy Island. I think that's the next one over. Oh. There's so much to do on the ocean, it's crazy. We haven't even done a dungeon today. This is all just side stuff. Which I'm perfectly fine with, to be honest. Jeez. Can I fly to this one? Wait, did I say the wind the right way? No. Oh crap. Oh. I fell right into my boat. Jeez, I almost did not make it on there. Nothing there. I wonder if I have to... Jeez. Ow, bitch. Deal with all these cannons as well. It's very dissatisfying destroying these cannons. I don't know if I have to for this one, but apparently I do. Oh, okay, cool. Those are small little chests though, so they're probably not going to have much in them. It's okay. We still did the thing. A skull necklace. Whoop-de-doo. Oh. Okay, that's worth it. That could be something good. Where is it? Okay, now where's the fish? Actually, where's the actual island? Oh, there it is. God, I love this fast sale. I really should have gotten it sooner. I've almost uncovered the whole map at this point, which is good. On Outset Island, buried beneath the black soil, there's some serious treasure. I know it sounds like I'm trying to pull your leg, but I'm serious. Try digging there. What? You don't have anything to dig with? I'd say try using an animal or something. Work smarter, not harder, small fry. Oh, is that with the piggies? I think we can use the piggies. Bye. Okay, can we get onto this? This needs bombs. I always find it funny that rupees are so gigantic. I don't know how Link carries all of them. They're like half his size. What you got for me? Oh, more bombs. 99. Cool. Okay, so we're going to Horseshoe Island. Yeah, I should just map out whatever this square is to. Oh. Oh. I can't hit you now. Crap. Well. Yeah, I can't boomerang you. You jerk. Where the hell did you put me? Seemed that the wind god Cyclos bears some ill will toward humans. As you go forward, it would be wise to try not to get sucked up into any cyclones. I didn't try to. But if only we could find a way to harness the power of those cyclones, then it might be possible for us to travel across the ocean instantaneously. You do not yet have an item that can pierce distant targets. The bow? Where am I? That bitch put me so far. Oh, but there's that over there. Another silver rupee. I have so much money now. Ugh, but I'm so far from where I want to be. Dang it. Ow, jerk. Alright, let's just like move through all of this really quick. Jeez, these waters are really rough. I'm so mad that they moved me so far away. What a jerk. Jeez, the ocean action is actually very like rocky. It's frickin' sharks. Leave me alone. There's some platforms here. I guess this is where I'm going. Well, not that I have 99 bombs, I really don't have to worry. Oh god. Hey. Oh, I hit the bird up there. Oh, I want that. Oh, got it. Oh, damn it. That's one thing about the boomerang I don't like in this game. When you throw it and you miss, it goes so far. Oh, did I not have to destroy those? That bird was kind of minding its own business. I feel a little bad. Oh, there's a switch here. Just do all the side quests. That's honestly what's been going on now, Jabo. Although there's some I don't want to do, so... Some are very tedious. Is it me? Of course not, Jabo. You know, in Zelda, there's always those few quests that are really irritating and you don't want to do. So, I'm skipping all of those. Am I the drama? You're the drama sometimes, Jabo. I have to admit. You are sometimes. But aren't we all? Where's my treasure chart? I bring real shit with me. You certainly do. This probably has nothing important in it, but let's open it anyway. Oh, feather. Cool. How many of those do I have? 12. Master Sword Triforce of Power. I mean, if this was a randomizer, it very well could have been. I imagine the randomizer for this game is very stressful because there are so many treasure chests all over the place. I wouldn't even know how to keep track of it. And I'm sure that includes like the chests you can find in the ocean too, so it's like... I wouldn't even know. Just win by accident. Yeah. I mean, my friend Oceanity made it a point to do lots of Wind Waker randomizers, and those always looked really interesting, but also very stressful. Okay. Let's go. I think there's another one here. My goal is for the next stream to actually do some story content for this. These past two streams have been mostly just this kind of stuff. Orange rupee. We chill here. That's true, we are chill. I have to start coming up with more redemptions and things to do soon too. To add to the chill vibes of the channel. I don't know. I'll have to look for some ideas. Okay. 3-eye reef. Where's 3-eye reef? Hold for a second, Link. 2-eye. 3-eye. Oh, that's where we're going. We're heading northwest. Make a nap time redemption? We should. Although I don't know if I would want to sleep on camera. It's not pretty when I sleep, so I would definitely not ever sleep on camera. I'm no Sleeping Beauty. Going to TikTok lives, people be sleeping no matter what they sound like. Oh, TikTok. TikTok is another platform I have to explore more of, but I'm just, you know, I'm already into so much social media. The comments kill me. That's the true entertainment, I know. I'll have to take a look. At some point. It's hard enough keeping up with my own Discord server and with Twitter, so... And Twitch, honestly. Which is essentially another social network. Proceed with caution. Yeah, I already have enough stuff that distracts me, like Final Fantasy XIV, for example. I already have enough of that going on. Oh, this boat is going to be annoying, isn't it? Oh, I lost the... Die ship. Hey, good guess. Oh, we finished another heart piece. Excellent. Another heart container. That was worth it. Okay. Let's see. What else do I need to do that I really care about? Rupees, piece of heart, rupees, rupees, rupees. Is that the ferry island? Oh, and there's a pillar of light there too. Hey Phil, welcome in. Catching the stream late, but catching the stream all the same. Thank you for stopping in, Phil. I appreciate it. God, it's really late for you. How are you doing tonight, Phil? I hear the bird people who live on Dragon Roost Island east of here have invented an incredibly useful device that they call the Grappling Hook. We got that. Have you seen those imp-like creatures called bokoblins that hang out on the lookout platforms at sea and stare through their telescopes? Thanks, Jibbo. I hear those guys keep joy pendants sitting in their pockets. Oh. Finished another composition just a bit ago. Look at you making music, Phil.
What? What's going
I
on?
love that.
What? Is he dead?
Another good guess. Phil, you missed Daddy Mary earlier. We were talking about how excellent you are at dad jokes. Unlike that clip, I was able to keep my glasses on. Oh, we can't come into this one yet. I see. We need something to pound the nail with. Oh, I heard your name. Yeah, Phil's here. I was just saying how we were talking about Phil earlier, so... We've just been doing lots of chill sailing tonight, Phil. It's all side quests tonight. Basically. Just like last night. I mean last stream. Mostly just side quests. Which Wind Waker is full of, which I had forgotten about. Oh god.
I went to a boat shop. Was very indecisive. Didn't know whether to buy or sail.
There's Phil. Some of those rings only appear at night. Hmm. No, I don't see... I think I missed something back there. Oh god. Oh, we don't want to go in that. Ouch. Oh my god, my boat went flying. Doing a bunch of analysis of demographic data at work, it made me realize I do not know where a lot of island nations are. I fully thought some, like Mauritius, were in the Caribbean, and they're definitely not, so I've been on a weird Google wormhole of island nations. Oh, that's cool. Feel free to lurk whenever you want though, Mary, that's totally fine. Incredibly long, that's okay. Thank you for describing your research in depth. Oh, I missed it, no. It was an entertaining read, yes. What Phil said. Oh, so much money. No, let's not go into the whirlwind. We're just mapping everything out today. I guess that's what we've been doing. Oh, that's an actual read. Hi, Joey, welcome in. Oh my goodness.
Hey, listen!
All these sound effects. Hi, Joey. Welcome. Thank you for the raid. Ew. I think part of it is fascinating because world maps are too zoomed out to show most of them. That's true. Hi Zach, welcome in. They say that inside the ring of rock that makes up the perimeter of that island there lives an incredibly beautiful fairy. But the thing is, nobody's ever met her. Hi Chicky, welcome!
Hey, listen!
Hello everyone, lovely people.
The future's fine. If I go back at 10 a.m. today, I would tell myself to go.
How's everyone doing
to the
tonight?
cafeteria at work earlier so I can get the chicken instead of the fish for lunch. Because by the time I got there, the fish was gone.
How was unpacking,
Or the
Jomi?
chicken was gone. That's
I think I've seen a couple of YouTubers play it, but I have not seen anyone else play it, so how did you enjoy that game? It looks like a cute game.
Hey, listen!
Hey Earl, welcome in. You're tired. It's too early for you to be tired. Oh my gosh, Mary. Very wholesome. Finished it in 4 hours. Oh cool. Completely lost track of time because I'm a sucker for organization and lo-fi. That sounds up my alley too, actually. Where are we? Is there an island here? That's Great Fish Isle. Oh, is that it over there? What's that? No. They did a beautiful job of painting a story through location and how they changed the music composition. That sounds lovely. 10 out of 10 enjoyed. Sounds like something I might need to check out. Oh, is this the island? Here's the island. We are literally just mapping the sea today because that's what I got sucked into, so... And all the different side quests that this part of the game has to offer. We haven't even done a dungeon or anything. But it's okay, it's been fun. And lots of lovely people have stopped in. I enjoyed it when I played it on Xbox several months ago. Very therapeutic. Sounds like something I need to check out. I love therapy, me too. Rockspire Isle. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. This guide is just being very vague at this point. It was quite a grand sight, I tell you, the way that ray of light shone out like a shaft of gold through the cold darkness. I used to gaze at it with dear Jillian. Anyway, I bet if someone could shoot a powerful spark into the top of that lighthouse, it would light up again. Of course, that's just my intuition talking. Oh my god. Thank you for all the shoutouts, Jibu. And Phil. I appreciate it.
I get some hype in the chat.
Okay, where is... Where is the island I'm looking for? Our old daddy is here. We're all playing Final Fantasy. I don't really know if I want all these rupees. I don't really care about these rupees. I have so many. Oh, but I want this piece of heart. Okay. Where is Star Island? Just east of the Forsaken Fortress. Oh, right up there. Okay, let's go there. Hi Matt, welcome in. I need post old depression clips. Did we get any clips from your recent stream, Earl? I don't remember. I must start turning in past my bedtime. Oh, thank you for stopping in, Jeremy. I appreciate it. You have a good sleepy sleep.
Hey, listen!
No one thinks I'm funny when you're happy. You're always funny, Earl. Every time I talk to you, I laugh. Thank you, Phil. I appreciate the proper shout out for Bear Squared. Thank you. Oh my god. Oh, so many barrels. Oh no. You really zoom past the fish. Stop. Stop moving. Jesus. I too laugh whenever I talk to Earl. Yeah, me too. You can't really help it, you know? I will probably be playing a little bit of Final Fantasy after this. Not too long tonight, but there's some things I want to accomplish. This is Star Island, okay. I hear that somewhere out in the wide world is a handy arrow that can freeze anything. With something like that, you could even freeze that nasty monster in the Forsaken Fortress. For a while, anyway. But then, what would you do with the frozen monster, you say? Good question, Fry. Why, I'd say you'd give that thing a whack and watch it shatter into teeny tiny pieces. Foreskin Fortress. Oh, not that, Earl. Okay, wait, what is actually here? This. Could you imagine, though? God. An entire fortress made out of foreskin. Give me a whack and I do the same thing. I hate you. Go away. Wouldn't change the game reading. It probably would. Oh my god, why are there so many dudes here? Get away. Just got home from work. Hi Gokai, welcome in. When you rub the foreskin fortress, it becomes a whole city. Oh my god. It's educational. Y'all are hilarious. Oh, I did that wrong. Oh, I can't kill it. That one R-Type game had a shadowed sex scene and got away with a T rating? Oh, really? No, that's not something I was aware of. Wait, can I steal from these guys? Oh, I can. You know, until now, Bard, I completely forgot about that game. R-Type. I just whacked him in the face with the reminder. Moblins. I love their design in this game.
We love that, shoot 'em up. It's just our type of game.
God, Phil. Phil, we love you so much. It's so weird to be playing the game where a vast majority of my sound effects are from. Wait, I can do a special thing? Oh. Oh, poke your butt. Ouch. Come on, do it again. Oh, crap. I have so many rupees. Another piece of heart, nice. Okay, let me see. There is a lot of stuff we still need to do, and it's almost end of stream, so I think I'm going to call it here for the night. Only a few more things, I guess, next time we can do, but we're getting close to the end, and this next one's going to take a little while, so... yeah, I think this would be a good place to call it for the night. Let's save. Remember to do that. There we go. Oh my gosh. This like shampoo. Wind Waker has literally been like the past 2 streams has just been side quests, so I appreciate y'all taking in the time to just hang out while I sail around the ocean and do basically nothing, but it's a lot of fun. I'm having fun at least. I hope you all are too. What happened to my monitor? There we go. Thank you everyone for coming in tonight. Well, we can hang out and chat for a little longer. Since you're all here. What's everyone's plans for the weekend? I'm going to the beach on Saturday. I haven't been outdoors where there's sunlight in very long... well, I can't say that. I take my dog for walks 3 times a day. But... yeah, beach day on Saturday. Haircut, TSA pre-check, and cleaning. Oh! Are you traveling somewhere soon, Jomi? Doctor Strange. Hi, Drew. Welcome in. You made it just in time. Having lunch with friends tomorrow, then thrifting with a different friend. Oh, cool. Play FF14 and finally put laundry away. Chicky would be proud of you, Avenger. Oh, you're working this weekend. Oh, you have a work trip. That's right, to Jack's land. Totally fine, those sleeps are important. Sleeping is important. I need to sleep more, actually. And not play so much Final Fantasy 14. More sleep instead. I want to see Doctor Strange too. So... I would love to see Doctor Strange this weekend as well, but my husband and I have a particular aversion to theaters now these days, so we are probably not going to go see it, so I'm going to try very hard to avoid spoilers everywhere, so please no spoilers, anyone. I don't want to be spoiled because I'm super looking forward to this one, so we're just going to have to wait and be patient. You see it tomorrow? Excellent. Excellent. I'm happy for you, Drew. I hope it's really good. What is sleep? Earl doesn't know her. Yeah, who knows? I've been sleeping a lot less lately too because of a certain game. You're in Australia, why didn't you see it 3 days ago? Maybe he didn't want to see it on release night, Earl. If anybody spoils it, I'm going to beat them up. I know. I might have to avoid Twitter for a little while. Most of the people on my feed though have been really good about not spoiling anything, so I think I'm okay, but I just... maybe I should avoid it for a little while just to be safe. I'm pissed I'm not seeing it tonight. Yeah, we're just gonna have to be... we're gonna be patient. Because we do not like theaters. Well, my husband in particular does not like theaters, so... with his, you know, his ADHD and his just anxiety with so many people around doing things that are distracting, it's not fun for him. So he focuses in on all the people that are talking too loud or that have their phones on really bright or that are just making lots of crinkling noises with their snacks. He can't focus on the movie, so it's not fun for him. I can't spoil it. I don't even know what you're talking about. Not interested, but I'm happy for those that are. Yeah, I'm really excited for it. It's been a lot of build up again. The Weird Doctor Man. Yes. I like never post about things these days. I just watch them, and if I know people have seen things, I talk to them directly. That's a very good idea. Yeah. But so for me, I'm always behind on everything, so I don't normally buy games. Normally, I don't buy games as soon as they come out. Clearly, like Final Fantasy 14 so late. But and also movies, because we don't go to the theater. You know, I have to wait sometimes several months before we get to finally watch it. So I appreciate all of you who keep things spoiler free. I love you. Thank you. I might have to blacklist my Twitter. I know, right? But
what did the theatre patrons say to
most
the film that wouldn't get out of the way? Movie EET out of the way.
Oh my god, the Speak Aloud did not do a good job with that one, Phil. I apologize. You're a freak. No, some people love spoilers, and that's totally fine. I understand that. I think for certain games too that I'm not too invested in as far as story, I'm fine with spoiling myself. But there are also some things that I don't want to be spoiled about at all. So it doesn't matter really. It's spoiler protector, guardian of justice. Prevent the spoils. I never do that to someone else because no one else does. Yeah. Pretty soldier daddy Drew. Yes. Pretty. Like 14 because that story is, oh, go deliver my book to my friend. There's story in between that, you know, between those. I usually skip the ones that are really boring, like, oh, go deliver this thing and go talk to this person. It's like, whatever. But when it comes to the main stuff, it's interesting. I tried to wait for a pause in the discussion. It's fine, Phil. I keep talking. I never stop talking. You should know this by now. I love the FF14 story plot where there's evil and you fight it. I have to admit though, the content that I've been seeing in this transition to Heavensward has been really good. Some of the fights that I've had were really fun, so y'all need to catch up so we can play together. They've been really fun, so. Aki, what are you doing? My dog is digging around in front of me on his pillow. Someone gotta test my mic? Huh? You got a contraption. What did you get? You'll snap it? I'll keep my phone right here just for you, Earl. I thought you said you had contraception. Where's Drew's mind at? Okay, what is this? What is this, Earl? Oh, you got one of those. Oh. Wow, that's really fancy, Earl. How are you going to fit that on your desk, though, with all of your other stuff? But that's really cool. Honestly, I don't think you need the... Because your voice carries really well, so I don't think you need it, but it might help. Oh, you got one of those and it's a sex toy. Should we expose Earl? Should I show everyone what it is? So, the thing you got, Earl, the one thing you got, I think I should get one of those because I feel like my breaths and my S's and T's are a little bit strong, so I might need to have one of those, but I don't know where I would put it in my setup. I have no space. The US is a real cool place. Oh yeah, it's wonderful here. I bought the big part because I'm told I echo. Oh, okay. That might help. I noticed the other night you can order sex toys on Uber Eats. You can? Really? I did not know that. I mean, you know they have those commercials now, right? Was it Uber Eats or something? The one it's the stupid ones where they're like, oh, I can eat this because I got it from Uber Eats? Is that? Yeah, that's probably those commercials. They're trying to diversify, which I appreciate. Living in Japan, but being from the US my whole life lately has been donating to activist organizations. Oh yeah. Thank you for that though, Zach. I appreciate that. Order now for a night in. Ooh. I like that. I was surprised mostly that it was on Uber Eats. That is funny. But it was from Walgreens. Okay, well. Still, it's funny. I mean, that's awesome. I love it. Easy access to toys. Perfect. Especially if you need it in a pinch, you know. A sudden hot date comes up. I just want to say, y'all, I'm very happy that you all have continued to support me over the past, I don't know how long, as I go through my ups and downs in my mental health, and I'm at a really peak. I'm at a good peak now, which is good, but also scary because, you know, you're at that point where you feel like you're feeling so good, but then there's the only way you can go is down, right? So, but I've been feeling really good lately, so I appreciate all of you being here and hanging out every time I stream, even though I forget to announce my streams like 95% of the time. So I appreciate you all. I would assume they'd also have contraception on there too. Probably. You're stuck with me? Sorry. I don't feel... It's not a feeling of being stuck. I'm happy to have you, Chicky. We love a peek. Thank you, Drew. Yeah. It's good. I think even though things in my life aren't necessarily at the best place they could be, I think mentally I'm at least... I feel like I'm... You know, I'm much better than I was. Like, if y'all had met me 3 months ago, I think I was at my lowest I've ever been. So it's been a nice change to be back up again. So I feel that too. Oh, I'm happy that we are sharing experiences. I don't want any of the lows for y'all, but you know, sometimes we just go through them and we get through them. So I'm glad we're on the upward swing. Yes, I've been happy to hear about yours, Drew, particularly. So I'm super proud of you and happy for you, and I'm just waiting to see more. And I'm also waiting for you to join Final Fantasy XIV. Everyone needs to join Final Fantasy XIV, the critically acclaimed MMORPG with the expanded free trial that includes Heavensward. Please. I appreciate all of you too. So much. The low moments make the good moments even sweeter. That is true. Because when you've been at the bottom, you know how it feels to be at the top. So, intentional innuendo there, you know, whatever. I'm not good at puns like Phil is. What is this, an 80s sitcom? Earl. Oh my goodness, Earl. I'm feeling much better now. My trip back to where I first lived in Japan. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I saw your tweets about that, Zach. That looked like a lot of fun. Has your, has this cleared up? I watched my team play volleyball today without me. Oh, Earl, I know you're still going through a pretty hard time, so things will get better. Your foot will get better. And you'll be able to do all the things again. You want a new foot? I wish I could give you one. Just snap my fingers and give you a new foot. I lived in Kobe for 7 years when I was a kiddo. Ooh! I didn't know you lived in Japan, Mary. Try Uber Eats. Uber Eats has everything. The trip to Aichi gave me much needed time away. And no chest pain at all? Oh, fantastic. Almost in Mie, about 30 years by west train of Nagoya and Aichi. Oh. Oh, I want to go to Japan one day. Wait, be insensitive just because you can selfie don't mean you can treat me this way, Earl. You know we all love you, Earl. You just open yourself up to jabs a lot. We want you to be better. Which is ironic because I'm so tight. Oh my god. See, that's why we tease you, Earl. Because you say things like that. I don't think I'll mention it all that much, but yeah, I went to middle school and high school there. Oh, awesome. I lived on a little man-made island called Rokko Island. Went to high school with Joji. Kobe is a cool city. I've been a few times and it was fun. How tight is he? I haven't been back in like I was gonna say 0 years. That's very short, Mary. 10 years. Wow. I'd like to make it to Japan at least once in my life, you know? I studied Japanese for well over a decade in my youth, so learned, and as part of that, you know, the language, you learn all the culture and everything, and my husband and I always watch, you know, all the YouTube videos where they talk about the different food you can get in Japan, and this one girl we really like to watch, Charla in Japan is her channel. She's really cute and she has like really neat videos about all the things you can do in Japan. She's very chill, just like me, so I like her vibes. We're waiting for you. I know. One day I'll get there. Just full of secrets. There's so many places I want to travel, but I'm just trying to be patient, you know. My life situation does not afford me the funds to travel at all right now, so I'm just trying to be patient and live vicariously through others at the moment, which is, you know, it works for now. I did an exchange in Higashiyama during high school. Oh, I think you told me about that, Drew, but that's really cool. I totally missed an opportunity to do that. I should have done it, but I think my mom talked me out of it, which I shouldn't have let her do that. But I think in my third year of, or maybe fourth year of high school in Japanese, that was an option for us to do, what was it called? It was an exchange program, but you got to stay with a family and live with them for like a week or something like that. That would have been nice. Homestay, yes, there you go. Thank you, Bard. I couldn't think of the word. I went back in 2019 and vowed to speak as little English as possible. Weirdo Australian just ordering a lot of beer. Wait, Drew, do you speak some Japanese? I didn't know this about you. Dang, you can still make it. Well, yeah, we'll see. You know, I don't know. I think right now, my strategy is trying to just focus on the present and the online stuff that I've been building, because I've got to meet lots of cool people and meet lots of cool people that I consider really good friends now, so thinking about the future right now is a little scary, so because I'm just like, crap, I don't know how things are gonna change, so I'm trying not to think about that, just trying to enjoy the moments for now, because the future is scary, so because I honestly don't know how I'm gonna improve my situation, but hopefully I'll figure something out. So my goal is just to get Nihongo Jozu. One of my professors in my master's program is planning a trip to go on a course. And then COVID happened. Oh, boo. I'm the weirdest. When I was in high school, my exchange was wrapping pennies for cash. Oh my god, Earl. I don't know what I'm gonna do once my work is done. The weirder the better. And yeah, I can speak a little. Oh, that's cool. I'm better at reading it. I'm pretty decent at reading it. I think I remember a lot of my kanji and hiragana, katakana, all of the characters. But speaking it, I think it's because I haven't used it for so long. I can remember words. I can put together sentences for the most part, but then if someone starts talking Japanese at me, I'm just like, I freeze because I'm like, I don't remember all these words you're saying to me or how to put them together. So if they speak slowly enough and they give me like time to absorb it, I can probably understand, but because I haven't used it for so long, I'm just like, boop, it's gone. I promise someone will say, if you can just say konnichiwa. Oh, nihongo jousu desu ne. Kanji has always been atrocious. I love kanji though, because kanji is I just like the visual aspect of kanji. It's really interesting to me. You guys got to do exchange programs. Yeah, I was lucky. I have to tell you all the story about how I actually got into a very prestigious high school here that I would not have been able to afford if certain events in life hadn't happened. So I know how to say good morning, are you okay, and escalate a fight. Thank you, Super Sentai. Japanese people assume all foreigners can't speak a single word of Japanese. Oh yeah. That's what we learned in school about their culture too. I've always wanted to learn Japanese. Let's all go to Japan. Drew, let's do it. Let's all go to Japan. That would be so fun. I don't think I ever got past elementary school level. True sign of Japanese skill is when they just talk to you. I'm going for 2 years. I know, Earl, you're going. That's so exciting. I'll show you all around and we can get Frack to join. Oh yes, Frack. My beautiful friend. Japan trip, yes. I was like a year 10 student. They put me in year 8 class. Oh yeah, you did talk to me about this, Drew. I remember that. The Zach and Frack Nihon experience. You're seeing Frack? Oh my god. I'm so jealous of you. That's awesome though. And now I have to make Zach say hi? Yeah, you should meet up with Zach. Zach is really cool. I was the kid of teachers who worked at international school, so it's just a free ride. Oh. Come to Tokyo. Zach, you should run. Zach doesn't have to run. Earl doesn't have a foot. I'm hoping by then, Earl, your foot will be better. Going to Osaka for a week, then Tokyo. I think, Zach, if we ever make it to Japan, I would need to ask you about Tokyo because to me, Tokyo just feels so intimidating. It feels like a huge city that's really crowded and there's so much to see. So like, I'd have to get some tips from you about what we should do there because it just seems like a lot. Not tonight, obviously, but just at some point I'll talk to you about it because there's so much, it looks like, and it looks so crowded. If you go to Kobeimon Antiques, let me know because my BFF has a store. Oh, cool. Listen, Blue Eyes. Her mom likes to give people stuff for free. Oh. One day I'll be able to leave the country. I've never left the country either, Chicky. Like, my travel has been very limited. I've only gone to... Let's see. Of course, I've traveled inter-island within the state. I've been to California a couple times. I've been to Denver, Colorado for a work trip, which is very random, but I enjoyed my time there. And Washington, D.C. way back in the day. But that was with a school trip, so that's it. I haven't been to most of the states. I haven't been out of the country. I've lived in the same place my entire life, so yeah, you're not alone in that, Chicky. I just want to have a nice night in Nichomi and just eat food. I want to just eat food too, Jomi. All the food. Really tailor what you do in Tokyo, because if you come without a plan, you'll be overwhelmed. That's what I feel like. I want to leave the country again. You should, Drew. Go traveling. US is a huge ass country. There's a lot to see in the US. Only left the country once. Oh, to Mexico. So is Australia, which I didn't quite realize till recently. It's huge. I think we underestimate how big Australia is as well. Nichome and one kotoba. I want people to know that I'm gay. I went to Ireland and came back 3 days before we closed the border. Oh man. Same with Canada, especially the coast. Yeah, Canada's big too. Been to Mexico, Canada, England, France, Taiwan. Wow. Frack gave me a speech about how my husband and you may be super popular because, oh. Yeah, y'all are gonna be like exotic looking. They're gonna be like, oh, sugoi, sugoi. Oh, sorry. Sugoi, sugoi. I want to go to Nova Scotia. I have never been to Canada either. I mean, obviously. And live out my Anne of Green Gables dreams. I just need Europe and Africa and all the continents are done. That's awesome. Europe is definitely another place I want to go to at some point. I don't know if I'll ever make it there, but I'd love to go. Before I go to Japan, I'm going to make sure my beard turns red in the sun. Well, Earl, I think, Earl, you're going to stand out there too, so. Nova Scotia is beautiful. The whole area is pretty. Very hard to understand. 'Cause gay. Not just because of that, Earl. They have the thickest accents. Oh, really? I love an accent. I do. There's lots of people I know in Canada now, so I'd love to go visit Canada too at some point. That's what happens when people have the same colors in their names. It gets confusing. Very hard to understand because gay. The internet definitely makes the world feel smaller. It does. So I think I'm trying to just remember that, you know, even though everyone's like thousands of miles away and I'm gonna be honest, there's a very little chance that I'm ever gonna get to meet all of you in person, but I'm happy that I know you and that you're in my life now. So in some way, that makes me happy. My birthday, I'm going to be with Panty Lemon and Raph. Oh, awesome. I'm so horny. Oh my gosh. Somebody told me the other day that I sound more Australian than I think I realize. Oh, nar. Well, I haven't gotten to hear your voice for a while, Drew, so we have to fix that. I'm so curious. I love accents. I want to meet Lemon. Lemon does sound really cool. Drew, you're kind of Australian. Arnar. I feel like knowing people on the internet is so close to real life. No, it's true. It is. And I think that next year I'm going to Hawaii. I mean, if you do, please, 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 let's hang out. I think that's really the only way I'm going to get to meet most people at this point. If you come here somehow, then we will hang out and do things, but that's, yeah. Can we go to Jurassic Park? We can actually go there. It's, what is it called again? Kualoa Ranch. It's where they filmed all of Jurassic Park, and they do little tours there, and you can be touristy and tacky and go over there and hang out. So, you can go there. Imagine going to Hawaii and not seeing you. I would be really offended if you did that. I just discovered that, and yes, see, Earl, they have Jurassic. They do. Well, I mean, there's not dinosaurs there. It's the place they filmed Jurassic Park. There is nothing tacky about seeing the place where they film. Well, Earl, you might feel a little tacky when you see the tour that they have set up there for you guys. You might feel a little tacky. There's no dinosaurs? I shouldn't have spoiled that for you, Drew. I'm sorry. Actually, there probably are. I've never been on it myself to see what they actually do, so there might be like little attractions and stuff, but the area that filmed in is very beautiful though. It's on the north side of the island where there's very little development, so it's nice and green and lots of, you can see the beautiful Ko'olau Mountains in the back. Nice beaches, it's not crowded. The Pokemon music is so good, isn't it? When I go to New York, I walk around in a Statue of Liberty hat and I think Jurassic Park. Okay, you're gonna fit right in then, Earl. Chickens that eat your face? Did I miss something? Oh, there are chickens, basically a dinosaur, okay. I missed Mary's messages. I was like, what is Drew talking about? That actually sounds lovely. I'd rather there not be dinos. I mean, if there were dinos, it'd be cool, but that side of the island is really beautiful. If you ever come to Hawaii, I would recommend you not only stay in Waikiki, because if you stay just in Waikiki, you will miss everything that this island is, the good stuff on this island. There's some good stuff there. You can see like the tacky little tourist attractions, but everything in Waikiki, which is tourist town where all the hotels are, everything is really expensive. And they try to get you to go on these really expensive dinner cruise tours things and stuff. So if it's your thing, go ahead and do it. But I feel like the rest of the island has so much better things to see. So don't just stay in tourist town. It's not worth it. When I go to Seattle, I'm going to walk around in a Starbucks siren hat and shirt that says the Space Needle is a spaceship. Aren't you excited to hang out with Earl, Jomi? What's Drew talking about is pretty standard. Earl never knows what I'm on about, and I never know what Earl's on about, so. How far is Waikiki from your house? Well, it's funny because people ask that, but you can literally drive around this entire island in 2 hours, so everything is really close. So, no matter where you stay, as long as you're on this island, Oahu, we will be able to see each other. So, I think people underestimate how small this place is. You confuse me all the time. What is a shrimp and why is it with Barbie? Oh my god. My parents like to travel where you can see the real local culture, so I could probably convince them to make a trip near you. Yeah, so Space Needle is orange right now and I kind of hate it. Space Needle would be a cool spaceship. We don't even say that. You don't say shrimp on the Barbie. We can be besties with testes. Oh gosh. Chicky, yes, I'd love to touch you. It's all of you one day. Hiding from the fact that I too am in Seattle and Earl won't be coming to see me. Chicky, Earl will come to find you, don't worry. He will find you somehow. He finds people for a living, so he'll find you. Apparently it was a rusty orange when they built it, so they repainted it for the 60th anniversary. Oh! Is it like bright orange? Yeah, I thought you were saying yellow orange lights too. It's like tang orange on top. Lovely. I'll have to look if I can see a picture of that, because I'm curious. I love tang. I don't think I've ever had tang. I'm sure someone will love that, yes. Someone loves bright orange out there somewhere. Tang tastes like 1995. I remember all the commercials with the orangutan, was it? I feel like that will remind me of Nickelodeon. I think you spelled it right, Mary. I think that's right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. It tastes like the year you're born. It looks close, Mary. Oh my gosh. Nickelodeon orange. Lovely.
That was too close. You were almost as jerk as Sammy.
Oh my god.
You're right.
Is this gonna be forever? What? I do have to sign off soon because there is dinner staring at me on the table and it's been staring at me for like... Oh, the orange. Oh my gosh. Thanks, Earl. We have a Jomi command. Go eat dinner. I know, it's been staring at me for like...
Bowser.
But I'm having fun talking to y'all. Do that dinner thing. I know. They'll probably paint it again. Go eat. I'm probably going to play Final Fantasy after this, y'all, so I probably should eat, and then I can play some Final Fantasy. But... Well, it was really nice talking to y'all, though, like, for reals. We need to do more of these, like, wind downs after stream, because this is some of my favorite parts of streaming. It's just talking to everyone and just catching up, so... he was a little off on that one, but it worked. I'm glad I came. I'm glad you came too, Drew. Thank you everyone for coming in, actually. Thank you everyone. Your timing is awful. You're fine. Drew came. Oh my god, Earl. How did I know you would say that? Was that Mr. Bill? Who? Who's Mr. Bill? I haven't thought of him in years. I don't know who that is. The sound clip. Oh, yeah. I guess that's not him. But we can't be sentimental when Earl is around. One of the sound clips really sounded like him. I'm gonna have to look that up now. It's a clay figurine, and he had a show in the early 2000s. Where he was put in very unfortunate situations? I'll have to do some Google research. It was on SNL? Oh. Gumby? Oh my god, I remember Gumby. I actually have... No, I don't think I have them anymore. I had the Gumby bendable figurine and the little... What was his name? The orange horse that he had was his friend. I had toys for them, but I lost them. A clay figurine getting smashed in various ways. Oh my god. Pokey, thank you. Thank you. I had Gumby and Pokey. They're gone now, sadly, but I remember having them. Oh, you had the same toys? Oh my god. I love that. And Prickle and Goo. Oh my gosh. I think I watched those when I was really young, so... I don't remember a lot, but I do remember having the toys. I was young at one point in my life. I can still sing the theme song. I don't remember it. He eventually got his own show called Oh No, Mr. Bill Presents. That's the one I used to watch. Oh my gosh. I didn't know about that. I always learn so much from y'all. My media consumption has been narrow most of my life, so... It's good to learn different things. Yeah, I'm gonna add that to my need to Google list. But okay. I probably should eat dinner, even though I really love hanging out with y'all. It's been really fun. We don't even have to play a game, and it's just fun hanging out, so. It's Friday night here, so it means time to watch horror films. What's on the agenda for tonight, Drew? What horror films are you watching? I need to go on a walk and get groceries. You can walk and get your groceries? That's awesome. Our nearest grocery store is a little too far for a walk, so. Especially if you plan on buying things and carrying it back with you. Too far of a walk. We have a drugstore close by at least, within walking distance. That's not too bad. Candyman. Oh. I have like 7 groceries within maybe 20 minutes. Oh, wow. That's really good. I could take it back. I do have another grocery store. But it's very expensive. So we normally don't go to that one. Down to Earth. I don't know if you guys have a Down to Earth anywhere where you are, but they're very pricey and not a good place to get like everyday groceries. So I have a supermarket across the road. That's awesome. I love that. Lots of tiny vegetable stands, pharmacies. I love that, Zach. That's awesome. 3 grocery stores just down the road. Oh, that's awesome. You walk to the Amazon store? There's an Amazon store? You don't even have to cash out with a cashier. Wow. You don't even need a bicycle in Tokyo. Family Mart. That's really awesome. I saw that. That's the real future. That's cool. The Amazon store, where you can scan your phone on your palm to get in and you pick up all your things and just walk out. That's so cool. I wasn't even including Konbini. Hey Big Avery, welcome in. I am ending stream very soon. I have to eat and like, but thank you for popping in. So don't send any raids here. I'm literally gonna finish in like the next couple minutes, so. But nice to see you. I went in, but it spooked me. Don't give your money to Amazon. I know, Zach. Sorry. It's hard to avoid Amazon here in the States. The first few times I went in, I felt like I was stealing. There was an SNL sketch about that. Oh. I have to look for that. We don't normally watch SNL except for like, we like to go and check the cold openings and see if they were funny, you know, stuff like that. Fuck Jeff. Yeah, for sure. Definitely, Mary. I buy from Rakuten, not much better honestly, but it's the principle of the thing. Yeah. I have a Rakuten bank account. Yeah, I think for me it's hard because there are so many problematic corporations in our country, and it's almost impossible to avoid them because they literally own and operate everything. So it's hard. You're MSQing? Are you really, Earl? Are you really? Let him eat. No ethical consumption under capitalism. Yeah. So I think for me it's like you have to make choices sometimes, and you don't always want to support these guys, but at the same time you have to sometimes, you know. It's like the most affordable option, or it's the only way to get something, and you know, it is what it is. I mean, Twitch, the fact that I'm using Twitch right now, I'm supporting Amazon, so. Makes me feel better to avoid what I can. Oh no, that's fine. It's like, you do what you can, but unfortunately, because of the way our society is set up, there's almost no way to avoid supporting these big companies, so. Still everything from Jeffy B. That's the one reason I don't go affiliate. No, and that's true, because they do take a cut of everything, and of course they benefit from you just using their platform in general, so. But I do have a Stream Elements donation where you can tip me that way instead of going through Twitch if you so desire. You won't get my emotes or anything, but you know, if you want to support me off stream, you can do a coffee donation, you can do a Stream Elements donation. You know, there's options out there. You can buy me well, if you use my Amazon gift list, of course it's still supporting Twitch, but there are ways. We're stuck with all the systems that exist that we are. We are unfortunately their captive audiences, even though sometimes we don't want to be. But I think, well, okay, I promise I'm gonna wrap up. I need to go eat. But even though this platform is problematic, it has led me to meet so many of you, and it's also allowed you all to support me in a way that I can't really properly express my gratitude for. You know, all the subs and the bits and everything that you guys have given me over the years. It's just really helped me out a lot too, personally. So, I mean, I really appreciate that. So without this platform, I wouldn't have that. So I really appreciate that, you know. I wish there was a less problematic platform we could have, but the fact that this platform exists and I get to interact with all of you lovely people on it, it's just, you know, I'll take it. So sentimental. True. Beautiful things still come from yucky places. That's true. No, you're all really awesome, and as much as I don't want to thank the big corporation, I am grateful to this platform because it has allowed me to meet all of you, and otherwise I would have never. So I would still be being lonely here all by myself in Hawaii, you know, without a lot of local friends. So it makes it easier to meet people. So, and this has helped me expand my Twitter, my Discord, everything. So, but okay, I need to wrap up. I already miss you guys though. I don't want to wrap up, but I need to wrap up and eat my dinner. So love you all, friends. We love you too, Zach. All of you. You guys made the last year bearable. Oh yes. Honestly, likewise. The last, well, I just realized a lot of you I only met last year, which is crazy. Drew, for sure, you're one of those, but a good 90% of y'all I think I only met over the last year of streaming, which is, I feel so fortunate. So I don't know how that happened. I'm just really lucky. So when all the right people just kind of came together and we became this lovely friend. I keep saying community, but community sounds so like Twitch lingo, but I just feel like we've become great friends. So, you know, more than just a Twitch community, I feel like we're friends. So that's really nice, you know. But I don't like using community either. I mean, it is community, but at the same time, it just sounds very like, you know, like I said, it sounds yeah, exactly, Chicky. It just sounds like, you know, I'm not trying to disparage that at all, but it just, you know, it sounds lingo-y. Why say community when we have Fransons? Yeah. Jack's typo has carried forward until this very day, so his impact. Where is Jack anyway? Is he playing Final Fantasy without? Is he playing Final Fantasy? Is that what he's doing? He just said goodnight in the Discord, so rude. He hasn't come in. He didn't even come in to say hi. It's the perfect summation. It is. It is. Okay. For real now, wrapping up. Wait, is there anyone who wants to raid? It's really late now, so I'm not sure. Is there anyone to raid? Go eat by Travis, I know. The only person that normally is streaming at this time is Chicky, but Chicky's in here, so. Everyone else is offline. So I guess we'll just end it here, and I will see you folks if you are available. Go stream. Go stream. It's actually late for him too now, but I'm not streamer guy tonight, no. Well, all of you take care too, and if you can make it tomorrow, we'll be switching to Mario 64 tomorrow, so more Mario Chaos tomorrow. It'll be fun. I don't think there will be that many streams of Mario 64, so that one will be done quickly. But yeah, that's tomorrow night if y'all are available. If not, that's fine. You know, we already had this lovely stream tonight, so but if any of you can hang out tomorrow, it'll be a different game. So, but all right, I'm gonna go eat, and y'all have a great rest of your week. For most of us, tomorrow is Friday, but for Drew, tomorrow, and Zach, actually, it's already Friday today. So both of you have a good weekend, and I'll see you all soon. So thank you all again for hanging out. I love you all. Take care. See you next time.